On tonight's episode of the podcast, over on the movie side, I got a chance to see the new Sam Raimi film, Send Help, a week early, and boy, I loved it. We're going to chat about that one here. Have you seen Mercy yet? The new Chris Pratt sci-fi thriller? I know we talked about it on last week's show, but have you seen it yet? I implore you to do so. I'm going to touch on that real quick. Over on the TV side, the MCU has dropped its latest show over on Disney+, Wonder Man. That's right, the latest entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They dropped all 8 episodes tonight. I've already watched 6 of them, so we're going to chat about it. And lastly, Ryan Murphy has dropped his latest gore fest. The Beauty is here. I've seen the first 3 episodes of this one, and we'll chat about it. That, and of course, all the news of the week. So strap on in, because it's time for a brand new Am I on the Air? Well, all right. What is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name is DONMEGA, and I'm your host. I'm so happy that you're here to join me once again to get caught up with all the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news in television, movies, and non-spoiler reviews. You come right here on a week-by-week basis to get caught up with it all. Tonight, it's season 31. It's episode 9, and tonight's show is titled Positive Attitude. We're going to be breaking down the news from January the 21st through today, January the 27th. Got a couple movies to talk about, a couple TV shows to talk about, and then, of course, we will get into the news of the week. So let's jump right on in. Man, January. I got to shout out January at the movies to all you guys, because there is this thing in Hollywood that the only movies that come out in January are shitfest movies, right? It's the movies that no one believes in, and they just want to dump at the beginning of the year so everyone can move on with their year. I always felt, especially in the last, I'd say, decade, that's not really true. There's always some pretty good gems that pop up in January because, at the end of the day, you only got 12 months to release films. So if you got a decent film and you don't want it to compete with anything, January might be the month to do it. Or February, right? Or March. There's always a good month to do it in. I gotta say, for January of 2026, kicking us off here in the new year, it's been pretty damn good. We had Primate, which was awesome. We had the Bone Temple from 28 Years Later, which was pretty good. We had Mercy, that I loved. And now we have Send Help, which I loved. So, man, I think we're off to a really good start this year. So I applaud January of 2026. But that leads me to the movie review here. Send Help. Now, this movie does not hit theaters till this Friday, January 30th. I got lucky enough to see an early screening of this over the weekend, so I got to see it a little over a week early, and I was so excited because going into this year, this was one of my most anticipated films. I loved this trailer. I love the way it looks. I love that Sam Raimi directed it. I love that it had Rachel McAdams. I think Dylan O'Brien is really strong. And it just looked like a ton of fun. So I was ready for it. For those of you that don't know what the story is about, it is about 2 colleagues who become stranded on a deserted island, the only survivors of a plane crash. On the island, they must overcome past grievances and work together to survive. But ultimately, it's a battle of wills and wits to make it out alive. So, in this movie here, Rachel McAdams plays Linda Little, and she works for this company, and she is amazing, right? She does her job really, really well. She's a go-to person at this company, but, of course, she's a little nerdy, she's a little weird, she eats her tuna fish sandwich at her desk, and, maybe people don't like the smell. She's very awkward, right? But She is up in line for a vice president promotion because of what a great job she does. Well, unfortunately, her boss passes away, and his asshole son, Dylan O'Brien, comes into the picture as he is awarded the company and he becomes the new CEO. So right away, he starts making all his own decisions based on friendships and all the typical stuff, and he overlooks her and gives her position that she was promised to someone else that didn't deserve it. She voices her dislike for this and how upset she is, and they're going on a business trip, and he invites her to come along for the business trip. This is where the plane goes down, and they are the only two survivors from this plane crash. And now we're on this island. He doesn't know what to do. He's the asshole boss that doesn't get along with her. She tries to help him out. And of course, we're just kind of off to the races from here. No spoilers. But it becomes this cat and mouse, misery on an island kind of movie. And I absolutely loved it. Loved it. This movie is so much fun, man. It's so well directed. And it's so well acted. My hat is off to Rachel McAdams, who just steals the show in this movie. She is phenomenal. She's so good. You could tell she loved making this movie. She eats up every scene she's in. She chews on the scenery, and she's amazing. Dylan O'Brien crushes. He plays the asshole really well. When he's scared, you see how scared he is. He acts very well with his eyes. And there's some really great scenes between the two of them. Their chemistry is great. And when I say chemistry, it's not even a romantic thing. It's just their chemistry is two actors on a screen sharing these moments. This movie's a blast from start to finish. I loved it. I'm so happy I got to see it early. I would definitely not mind going to see it again. This movie is great. I highly recommend this Friday when it comes out that you go support it and you go see it in a theater because it's worthy of it. So check it out. Send help. I give 4 out of 5 stars. Big thumbs up, man. Had so much fun with it. Over on the movie side too, I just want to touch on again because another new release, the real new release from the weekend, was Mercy, the new Chris Pratt sci-fi thriller. Mercy is the new #1 film at the box office, the first film to dethrone Avatar, Fire and Ash after like 5 weeks at #1. This movie comes out and takes the top spot. Now, I typically would be reviewing this film on this episode, but I also saw Mercy a week early, and I reviewed it on last week's episode. But for those of you that might have missed it, because of the timeline, I did want to shout it out here. I loved Mercy. Mercy is a cop drama where Chris Pratt's character he's arrested for killing his wife. He, of course, did not do it, or so he says, and he has 90 minutes to plead his case to an AI judge, or he is going to be killed immediately in this new chair during this AI courtroom. Rebecca Ferguson plays the AI judge. I loved this movie. I thought it was super refreshing. I thought it was really unique. I love the way that they were able to do what they did with this film. I'm not going to go into a full review because I did it on last week's episode, but because it's the #1 movie this weekend, I wanted to touch on it again because it did not do super well. Yes, it's #1, but it only made right around 11 million, and it should have made a lot more. This movie should have debuted in like the 20 million range or so, 20 to 30. It deserves it, man. This movie was so much fun. I loved it. I would totally go see this one again. I will buy this one when it comes out. So if you were on the fence about Mercy, check it out. Now, Mercy is another one of those movies that's a pure example of critics versus audience, right? Because the critics do not like this movie, and they have blasted it, and it has a rotten score on Rotten Tomatoes. But if you look at the audience rating, this thing is verified fresh. It has over an 85% from an audience view. So just goes to show you, man, again, if you go into these movies and enjoy it as the movie fan you are, you'll get more out of it than trying to go into it as a movie snob. So big thumbs up for me from Mercy. I give Mercy 4 out of 5 stars as well. So there you go. Over on the TV side, Marvel dropped their newest entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, our first big MCU show coming out of 2026, and it is Wonder Man. Now, I know most of us here don't know what the hell Wonder Man is. Wonder Man was such a D-level character, maybe C-level at best, that a lot of even comic book diehards don't know who Wonder Man is. But Marvel is doing this show in kind of a little bit of a different way, and it's about Simon and Trevor, two actors at opposite ends of their careers and chase life-changing roles. The concept of this show is that there is a Wonder Man movie from way back in the day about this superhero named Wonder Man, and they are going to reboot that movie for the current age, right? And Yahya Abdul-Mateen II plays Simon Williams, aka our Wonder Man, but he is an actor, and he wants to become Wonder Man in this new rebooted version. And along the way, he meets Trevor Slattery. As most of you know, Ben Kingsley from the Mandarin role in Iron Man 3, from Shang-Chi, right? Trevor Slattery is such an awesome character. But he's also an actor, right? So it makes sense that these two would link up, and they're both trying out for this Wonder Man movie. And it's the journey that we go on as they are trying to, get cast in this movie, but then also deal with the fact that Simon Williams is an enhanced individual. I believe he's a mutant. He's got powers, and he's got to be careful because, again, he's got powers, and he is an actor. And in this show, they talk about how movie studios are barred from hiring any person with special powers. And there's a whole episode here where they talk about where that came from. There's a little spin-off episode that they do kind of halfway through the show. So Disney Plus dropped all 8 episodes of Wonder Man. I've watched the first 6. I binged through the first 6. I would have finished it tonight, but my wife had to go to bed, and she wanted me to wait for her. So I got 2 episodes left. But for the first 6, I gotta say, I like this show way more than I thought I would. The show is really, really good, and it is not your typical kind of Marvel show. This is more about acting. This is more about friendship. This is more about camaraderie. It plays in such a different way. Yes, there's moments of his powers, and there's only really one big scene where he actually uses his powers to his advantage. It's a slow burn. But the way that the show plays it, which they play it more in a humorous aspect, these episodes are short. They're under 30 minutes. That's why I was able to binge 6 episodes tonight. It didn't even drop for me till 7 p.m. and I already went through 6 episodes. This show really clicks because of Yahya and Ben Kingsley. Simon Williams and Trevor Slattery's bromance, their friendship, is awesome. And Ben Kingsley kills it once again as Trevor Slattery, and Yahya is amazing as Simon. These two really click. And I'm excited to see what these next 2 episodes are going to bring. Is he going to get the role? Is he going to actually become Wonder Man? Is he going to use his powers and become a superhero? What's going to happen? That's the thing. I don't know. But what I can tell you is this show is awesome, and you should definitely check it out. So it is now streaming, all 8 episodes, over on Disney+. And my last show here to talk about is The Beauty. This is Ryan Murphy's new show. This dude has a new show that launches pretty much every month of the year. It's a fantasy, science fiction, drama. It's about a pharmaceutical company led by Ashton Kutcher, who develops a drug called The Beauty that just enhances your inner beauty. You inject yourself and you become physical perfection, right? But the thing is, it's a Ryan Murphy show, and it's not going to just end there. There's horrific things and side effects, and it actually is treated in this show as an STD. You can give it to other people, and at first it might seem amazing, but shit gets a little cray-cray real quick. So this is on Hulu. They dropped the first 3 episodes. I watched all 3 episodes. It's pretty good. I'm not going to say it's amazing, but the concept is really unique, and it makes me really anxious to see more of it and where the show takes us. But the stuff they've done so far is pretty crazy. The transformation is crazy in the show. How the drug works is pretty nuts. And yeah, man, I am anxious to see where it goes. It's got Evan Peters, Rebecca Hall, Anthony Ramos is in here. I told you Ashton Kutcher. So it's pretty star-studded, and it is streaming over on Hulu. New episodes drop every week. So there you guys go. That's what I got. Over on the movie side, we got Send Help. Check it out this Friday, 4 out of 5 stars. Mercy is now playing in theaters, 4 out of 5 stars. Over on the TV side, Wonder Man. Check out all 8 episodes now streaming on Disney Plus. And The Beauty streaming over on Hulu. Check out the first 3 episodes now. New episodes will drop later this week. All right, let's talk box office. Coming in at number 10, it's Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King re-release. Number 9 is Hamnet. Number 8 is Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring 2026 re-release. Number 7 is a debut. It is Return to Silent Hill, which I've heard nothing but horrible things about it. And number 6 is 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. Number 5 is Marty Supreme. Number 4 is The Housemaid. Number 3 is Zootopia 2. Number 2 is Avatar Fire and Ash. And number 1 is Mercy, like we talked about before. The new Chris Pratt movie coming in at number 1, dethroning Avatar Fire and Ash in its 6th week. So there's your box office. That's what we got. Let's get on over to our news of the week. If you want to see any of these trailers, if you want to read any full articles, if you want to see any cool posters, everything I talk about, everything I do is bled from our X page, x.com/amiontheair. You don't even need to subscribe. You don't even need to follow if you don't want to, but it's all right there if you want to follow along, okay? That's where our hub of news comes from. So there you go. All right, based on the best-selling novels by Patricia Cornwell, Scarpetta is coming out soon. It launches March 11th over on Prime Video, starring Nicole Kidman and Jamie Lee Curtis. So look out for a trailer here soon, but that is the announcement coming soon to Prime Video. Anaconda is officially released on premium VOD as of today, so check that one out. It's a fun little ride right there. Every relationship has its beef. That's right. We have your first look at Beef Season 2. This premieres on Netflix on April 16th. A newly engaged couple played by Kaylee Spaney and Charles Melton become entangled in the unraveling marriage of their general manager and his wife, played by Oscar Isaac and Carey Mulligan. So yeah, you know, Beef was an awesome show, and I'm glad that they're continuing it. I'm glad that they're going the anthology route with it, and I'm anxious to see where they go, man. So I will be there on April 16th over on Netflix. We got the official date announcement for Elle, which is From the World of Legally Blonde. That's right. It's a Legally Blonde prequel series that is coming to Prime Video, and it will launch on July 1st. Sydney Sweeney will star in and produce a film adaptation of Edith Wharton's novel Custom of the Country. Sydney Sweeney plays Udine Sprague, an ambitious Midwestern woman who attempts to ascend the social ladder in the turn-of-the-century New York. Lee Pace has been announced that he will voice the new villain Throg in Invincible Season 4. We have your first look at Percy Jackson, the Olympian Season 3, which is going to actually drop later this year on Disney+. So I love that Disney's making up for the fact that Season 1 to Season 2 had such a big gap that they filmed Season 2 and 3 back-to-back, so you don't have to wait very long. So I love that. We have your first look at Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Season 4. This premieres March 12th over on Hulu. Let's see here. Dove Cameron and Yvonne Jogia star in the trailer for 56 Days. The new series premieres February 18th over on Prime Video. We have the new trailer for The Night Agent Season 3. This premieres February 19th over on Netflix. Max Parker has been cast as Heimdall in the live-action God of War series. Christina Hodson is officially writing the script for Batman Brave and the Bold. Andy Muschietti is still set to direct currently. Denai Guerrera has been cast as Universa in Invincible Season 4. We have the first teaser trailer for All Mankind Season 5. This releases March 27th over on Apple TV. The Studio, which was one of my favorite shows of last year with Seth Rogen, has started filming Season 2. So that should drop later this year if everything goes according to plan. The full James Bond collection from Dr. No to No Time to Die is now on Netflix in the United States. So there you go. If you're looking for any Bond, check it out over on Netflix. It's one and done Hunt for the Abandons, that's right, the 19th century epic starring Lena Headey and Gillian Anderson, has been canceled over at Netflix. The next One Chicago crossover is officially on the books. In March, they will have the crossover Avengers episode of Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, and Chicago PD. When our forces combine, we have Chicago Max coming in March over there, so check that out. Prue Leith is leaving the Great British Bake Off after 9 seasons. Red, White, and Royal Wedding, Uma Thurman, Sarah Shahi have joined the cast of the sequel that has officially started filming. The Vince Staples Show has been canceled at Netflix as well. Legally Blonde prequel L that we just talked about, even though we got the premiere date, we also got early news that the show has already been renewed for season 2. So they must be really, really high on that show to already give it a season 2 renewal this early on. French actress Léa Seydoux, which you might remember from the Bond movies we were just talking about, she's officially joined Mikey Madison in The Mask of the Red Death, which is A24's reimagining of a creepy Edgar Allan Poe story from filmmaker Charlie Polinger. All right, we officially got the full teaser trailer for Masters of the Universe. That's right, the He-Man movie, which is going to hit theaters on June 5th. I loved this trailer. This trailer was awesome. I'm so excited for this movie. This movie reminded me very, very much, honestly, of the first Thor movie. I feel like they're taking a lot of liberties. You see Eternia and you're like, well, that's Asgard. And then, you see He-Man on Earth and, that's Thor getting, sent to Earth to, make sure he's worthy before he gets his hammer, and He-Man's got to get his sword, and then we're going to go back to Eternia, aka Asgard, and we're going to have the big fight, right? But hey, man, as much as the similarities are there, it looks great, dude. The whole cast and crew looks great. I grew up on He-Man. I can't believe I'm going to get a really cool live-action movie version of it. I'm ready for it. So June 5th, guys. Check out the trailer if you haven't seen it yet. And we got the first poster up as well, so pretty cool to see. It's official that Invincible Season 4 will premiere on March 18th over on Prime Video. The new Star Wars Maul, Shadow Lord, will officially start streaming on Disney Plus on April 6th. We have the first trailer for Invincible Season 4 as well, along with the first teaser trailer for Star Wars Maul, Shadow Lord. The 2-episode premiere will actually drop on Disney Plus on April 6th. All right, guys, the Oscars. This is the Oscars. I know everyone loves the Oscars, and there's so much fanfare over it, but for me, the Oscars are kind of boring, to be honest, because it's all the same shit. When we get to the Oscars, it's all the movies where everybody's so serious and all the consequences are all so dire. Oh, pity, pity me. There's no fun in the Oscars, man, but hey, it's the most cherished award, so let's talk about it, right? Oscars 2026. Here's the nominations for Actress in a Leading Role. Jessie Buckley for Hamnet, Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson, Song Sung Blue, Renate Renciv for Sentimental Value, and Emma Stone for Begonia. Best Actor in a Leading Role, Timothée Chalamet for Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio for One Battle After Another, Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, and Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent. Best Director, Chloe Zhao for Hamnet, Josh Shafty for Marty Supreme, Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another, Joaquin Trier for Sentimental Value, and Ryan Coogler for Sinners. Best Animated Feature Film, Arco, Elio, K-Pop Demon Hunters, Little Emilia and the Character of Rain, and Zootopia 2. Best Film, Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. So there you go. That is the main awards there. Congratulations to Sinners, even though I hated that movie, and it bums me out that everybody's going so crazy about it, and everybody's talking about how amazing it is. Guess what? Even the Oscars think so. It has been nominated for 16 Oscars. That is a record. 16 Oscars for Sinners. So I will put my bias aside and say congratulations to Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan, and the entire cast of Sinners on becoming the most nominated film of all time at the Academy Awards. So there you go. John Patton Ford's How to Make a Killing, starring Glenn Powell and Margaret Qualley. This is going to be hitting theaters in February. The film follows the heir to a major family fortune who decides to murder all the other heirs to inherit the $28 billion. It looks like a lot of fun, man. I'm there for it. Ella McKay is going to start streaming on Hulu starting on February 5th. The dinosaur war movie Primitive War has been given a sequel. That's right. They're going to start filming Primitive War 2. So there you go. We do have your full list of nominations up if you want to see everything else that we didn't go over. CBS has announced renewals for Matlock, NCIS, and Tracker. So congratulations there as we move into the new year. UFC is now streaming over on Paramount Plus. For those of you that missed it, the first pay-per-view was this past weekend. So make sure you check out if you're a UFC fan. It's over on Paramount Plus. The Beekeeper 2, that's right, Jason Statham, man, holding down his January box office crown because The Beekeeper 2 has officially set its release date for January 15th of 2027. We have the new Muppet Show trailer. That's right, Sabrina Carpenter, Seth Rogen, Maya Rudolph, all star in the new trailer for the Muppet Show, premiering February 4th over on Disney+. We have a new little 30-second teaser of Supergirl with our first good look at Jason Momoa as Lobo. So pretty cool to see there. Again, this movie hits theaters on June 26th. Let's see here. We're 3 months away from Michael. That's right. We got a new little baby teaser under 20 seconds for Michael, which is going to hit theaters on April 24th. We have the official trailer for House of Villains Season 3. This starts streaming on February 26th over on Peacock. Let's see here. We got a new trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie with our first look at Yoshi. This hits theaters on April 1st. Let's see here. Tracker is tracking down its fellow Smallville alum to join Justin Hartley. That's right, Erica Durance, who played Lois Lane on Smallville. And, of course, don't forget that Justin Hartley played Green Arrow on Smallville. So we got a little Smallville reunion here on an upcoming episode of Tracker. Let me see here. Production has officially started on the live-action How to Train Your Dragon 2. We have a first look at Kim Kardashian, Nikki Glaser, Brenda Song, and Fortune Feimster on the set of Eva Longora's new movie, The Fifth Wheel. So check out that first look there. Ready or Not 2, Here I Come will release 1 week earlier now on March 20th. Awesome. I'm looking so forward to this one for sure. Boot Riley's I Love Boosters is coming out soon. This is starring Keke Palmer, Naomi Ackie, Taylor Page, Poppy Lou, Isaac Gonzalez, Lakeith Stanfield, and Demi Moore. This follows a ring of shoplifters who take aim at a cutthroat fashion maven. So we got the new trailer that just dropped today for that, so check out the trailer for I Love Boosters. The Handmaid's Tale sequel series, The Testaments, has been given a release date of April 8th over on Hulu. The series follows the young women in Gilead who grappling with the bleak future that awaits them. A new Darkman movie is in the works with Brian Nito and Adam Schindler set to direct. However, Sam Raimi, who is producing, says they are having some difficulties with the financing for the film. I hope they can get that worked out. I loved Darkman growing up. I would love to see a new version of it. So hopefully they can get that financing under control. Greenland 2, Migration, which was also, oh, you know what, when I was talking about January movies, another banger, man. So, you know, January, I'm sorry I overskipped Greenland 2, but I had a lot of fun with that one, and that is now available on Premium VOD also as of today. We were treated, you know, Marvel trying to make a day out of it, right? They gave us Wonder Man tonight, and this morning they gave us the first teaser trailer for Daredevil Born Again Season 2. It's awesome, man. It's only about a little over a minute long, but I really like this trailer, and I'm ready, man. I loved Season 1 of Daredevil Born Again, and I'm ready for the continuation here, especially with the return of Kristen Ritter as Jessica Jones. Very excited about that. Season 2 will premiere March 24th over on Disney+. Let's see here. That I Love Boosters we talked about. Like I said, the trailer came out today. It hits theaters on May 22nd. Very happy about this news. Shrinking, which debuts tomorrow for season 3 over on Apple TV, has been given a green light for season 4. So very happy there. Shrinking is one of the best shows on television. If you're not watching Shrinking, get the Apple subscription just for this show, even though there's a million other awesome shows. But Shrinking is amazing, and I'm so excited to jump into season 3 tomorrow, and season 4 being greenlit. Big thumbs up from me. James Wan says that they plan to take the Saw franchise back to Jigsaw's real philosophy. James Wan said he goes after people who don't appreciate their lives. If you're a scumbag but you appreciate your life, he doesn't see you as someone who's wasting your life. So I want to go back to what we touched on in the first movie with regard to that. So I love that they're retooling and really trying to go home there with Saw. The live action movie adaptation of the game The Mortuary's Assistant is going to hit theaters on February 13th. Diane Lane has been cast in Mike Flanagan's new Exorcist movie alongside Scarlett Johansson, so that's pretty awesome right there. Regina Hall will star alongside Adam Driver in a new hostage thriller series called Rabbit Rabbit. It's written by Peter Craig and directed by Philip Baranthi. It follows an escaped convict who takes hostages to bargain for his freedom, but the situation turns into a social experiment by a crisis negotiator trained in tactical empathy. Very interesting there. What's also interesting is that they're going to move forward with the Dirty Dancing 2, which I'm like, dude, without Patrick Swayze? What? But they are moving forward to Dirty Dancing 2. Jennifer Grey is reprising her role, and filming is supposed to begin later this year, so we will see. We have a first look at Something Very Bad Is Going to Happen. This is a new show that is executive produced by the Duffer Brothers, who did Stranger Things. The series follows a woman who travels to her fiancé's parents' home where a number of strange occurrences begin to make her paranoid. This releases in March over on Netflix. Mia Goth and Andrew Scott are in talks to lead Fonda, the next film from director Justine Treat, who did Anatomy of a Fall. The thriller follows a shifting limits of one woman's sound mind as her grief and obsession take hold. A new heist movie is being put together with Casey Affleck and Sam Rockwell so far in the cast, and they're still casting on top of that. Faces of Death has got a new little teaser trailer, and the remake is going to come out later this summer. So very interesting, man. I can't believe they're doing another Faces of Death. I grew up on that shit, and it was freaky. Supposedly, Ryan Reynolds is working on a new Deadpool movie, so no other details other than that seems to be a priority for him right now. So, hey man, I would love some more Deadpool for sure. I Play Rocky is a new movie coming out. It will release on November 20th of 2026 in theaters just in time for the 50th anniversary of Rocky. The film follows a young Sylvester Stallone and the dramatic journey that it took to get Rocky made. So very cool there. Halle Berry will play the President of the United States in a new upcoming film adaptation of The President is Missing. The film follows the president as she escapes her Secret Service to save the U.S. from a terrorist who threatens an attack that may send everyone to the Dark Ages. Ooh. And lastly, finally, we get a release date for Guy Ritchie's new film, In the Gray. This was a movie that was supposed to come out last year, and it kind of got put on the back burner, and then Lionsgate dropped it from the release schedule. It has been given a release date of April 10th. In the Gray stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Isa Gonzalez, and Henry Cavill. So I'm sold, man, just on that cast, because all three of them are awesome. And we love Guy Ritchie. So, you know, I'm glad that this one's getting a release date, April 10th, In the Gray. And on that note, my friends, that is the end of the show. So hope you feel caught up. Hope you got everything you needed from this week's of entertainment news. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, reach out to me. You can hit me up directly at DONMEGA. You can click the link on our profile page, whatever you want to do. Do it. AmIOnTheAir.com is the official webpage. Everything you need is right there. Give us a like on Facebook at Facebook.com/AmIOnTheAir. Give us a follow on our X page at AmIOnTheAir, or you can follow me directly at DXDonMega. Same handles over on Threads and Blue Sky if you prefer to do something over there instead. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast wherever you see fit. Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora, wherever you want to listen, we are there. So check it out. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a podcast ever. And don't forget to follow us on our other socials like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all simply at Am I on the Air. I'm going to give one more final shout out to our top 10 special, top 10 films of 2025 and top 10 most anticipated of 2026. If you checked that out yet, go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/Am I on the Air, and check the video link, man. But if you want to listen, it's right here on our podcast feed as well. So watch it, listen to it, but check it out, man. January's almost over, so you got to get that one in. You know how the year's going to shape up. And thank you to our great affiliates at Red Dragons Radio and the Pop Culture Pros. Thank you. Give a follow at Red Dragons Radio and at popculture_pros. Thank you guys for always streaming our show on demand. That'll do it for me tonight. I think we'll be hitting the theater this weekend to check out Jason Statham's new January movie that we just talked about. I believe it's called Shelter. So he loves his January, man, and it usually is a fun time. So since I already saw Send Help, we will definitely be checking out Shelter this weekend. So we'll be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel. So take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all, peace. Red Dragons!